I think we closed the project management work stream.
No. Still, we were having about 40 pages more. We closed at solution manager.
Okay.
Okay, we still have, I think, 30 odd pages. We will close it up today, and maybe from day after tomorrow, on Wednesday, I'll showcase you certain explore phase deliverables.
I think we completed till 108.
Right. This is 108. So we have all the, I mean, this is basically the knowledge areas. If you recollect the PMP's knowledge areas.
But I can't see your screen now.
Oh, you can't, is it?
No, it was visible before, but now,
Yeah, maybe let me reshare. You're able to see now?
yes.
Okay. So this is on 108. I'm at 108 basically. The last thing that we discussed was more on solution manager, the tools, and how do we go about preparing a project plan. What are all the different factors? I think we talked about 10 different steps
Mm-hmm.
to prepare a project plan. What are all the things that you need to consider, all those stuff. So this whatever that you see on the screen is basically your solve for the solve man. These 10 or these 10 things that you see on the screen is basically what will be available in the knowledge areas of PMBOK, Project Management Body of Knowledge, that book, which is published by PMI, Project Management Institute. Okay.
Yeah.
So all these are covered by solution manager. So basically, what they're trying to say is that solution manager is one-stop shop for you to manage your project management activities for any SAP transformation project, irrespective of whether it's a any transition path, basically, irrespective of whether it's a selective data transition, conversion, or a greenfield, or whatever be the implementation case project that is. Okay, so I mean, basically, what are they're trying to say? What happens within project management? What activities you see on a very high level? If you check out the PMP, it'll be like this: initiating, planning, executing, monitoring and controlling, closing. This is here five. I think process groups they call it in PMP.
Yeah.
Okay, so against these five process groups, what are all the different activities as a project manager you will do, and how it will be helpful? I mean, how a solution manager will be helpful for you to execute this activity is what is being listed here. Again, how do you manage your solution? How do you manage your data model within SAP Solution Manager? So whatever that you see here on the screen is completely into Solution Manager, which is not really required for you at this point of time, because I don't think you will be utilizing Solution Manager for your entire project life cycle. You might have Solution
Mm-hmm.
Manager, but even if you are supposed to execute in a Solution Manager tool, you will have separate Solution Manager consultant. It is not like you should own a solution manager tool and execute and implement and configure solution manager. So you need not worry too much on uh, how to, I mean, understanding the solution manager tool, understanding to configure it, develop it, build it. You need not worry on those parts. There are separate consultants. However, what you should be aware of is that how to use solution manager for your project execution as a tool. That is something that you need to be aware of.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Again, the same thing, release, wave, sprint, pretty much it's all the same. One thing that you need to keep in mind is these two things, because when you go for SAP specific tools, they call certain things as work packages and work items. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Work packages are basically if there is something like string testing, that becomes a work package for you. String testing, materials management, string testing HR becomes work items for you.
Okay.
Work package meaning a big chunk of activity that you need to execute. Okay, these two are important terms. Maybe if you come across any SAP specific tools, you will know about these two. Or I would say this is the term that is used. However, not in very common uh, people. Maybe everyone will say WBS only, project WBS. So this
Mm-hmm.
is a secondary word of project WBS. I would say work package and work item. Okay, then these are all generic things. So how do you manage your complete project setup? So as a project manager, what do you need to manage? How do you manage your process? Process meaning scope. Then how do you manage your release, which is basically your let's say deployment plan or cutover plan for that matter. How many
Mm-hmm.
landscapes are there? How are you going to approach your deployment from development to quality, quality to production? Within production, you have pre-prod production. So all these, how are you going to manage? So that is for release management. Then project management as such. So you're against the scope, you have a schedule, WBS, and how do you track that? That is something for project management. Then requirements. So for each process, individually people will give you requirements against the process, and these requirements individually, how do you manage? Then change control. So if there is any changes within the scope, how do you manage the change processes? Then after you have implemented, after you have configured, how do you manage your test? So all these things are basically catered within SAP Solution Manager. So that is basically for see these are all different uh, infographics, which is again and again telling you that SAP Solution Manager is capable of handling an entire life cycle of SAP project. That's all. This is the
Mm-hmm.
crux of this infographics that you see on the screen. Again, resources also, like any project management software. You define a role, assign a task. Then if you assign a task to the role, against the role, whoever is the available resources, you can search for those resources. If not, you can staff, let's say you can request someone from other projects also, or because we are all talking about portfolios, right? So in a portfolio, there are going to be a number of people working. So if the workload of a MM consultant is very less in another project, you can probably borrow that consultant to do some testing in your project. So all these can happen within the tool itself for resource management. Okay, similarly, the cloud implementation portal. So this I'm not going to go into very details. Anyway, so solution manager is for, you can use it for both on-prem and cloud. Cloud implementation portal is specific to cloud projects. So it is all the same. It offers the same feature sets as that of a solution manager. It is just for you to help. It is to help your project execution for any SAP S for on a cloud project.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you will have all these things basically. Whatever you see on your right, the thing is that it is self-guided. So with that portal, what will happen is the basic system, what to do, everything will be there. The content will be there. Content meaning the best practices. So how it happens in cloud is that you will have a scoping questionnaire only. Okay. Have you ever seen SPRO or configuration page, IMG configuration in S4 HANA system?
No, not yet.
Okay. So there is a T code where you will do all complete configurations. Okay. It will be like menu. You can enter T codes, and using the T codes, you can do whatever configurations that you want. However, in cloud, it's not the case. Cloud meaning public cloud, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
In private cloud, again, it is SPRO because the on-prem version is highly flexible. Cloud version is also flexible, equally flexible. However, it comes down a little when we compare it to on-prem. Public cloud is not so flexible at all. right? So IMG configuration is only for on-premise and public cloud. The T code that you will use is SPRO. SPRO.
SPRO. Okay, what is the
Okay.
full form of SPRO?
No, there is no full form. It's just code. Like how you saw
Okay, it's a
BJ file,
code.
make to stock.
Okay, okay.
T code. They call it T code. Have you ever heard the term T code?
Decode, yes.
Yeah. So no, not D code. T for transaction.
Decode. Okay.
Transaction code. Okay.
Okay.
In SAP world, we call it T codes. So if
Decode.
tomorrow you want to create a purchase order, the T code is ME51N, ME21N.
Okay.
ME51N is for purchase request. ME21 is for purchase order.
Mm-hmm.
Inverting the goods to put it in inventory is MIGO. So everything will fall down to a transaction code. It's a shortcut basically. If you have Fiori, you go click on the tile, you enter into the T code. Otherwise, the olden systems in ECC and all, you have to either select the menu will be there in MM, you have to drill down, select something to enter the transaction.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you can just type this T code in a menu and click on execute and you will get to this transaction straight away.
Okay.
Okay. However, it is not the case in S4HANA public cloud. What happens here is that you will have checkbox like structure. Number one. Number two is when you checkbox something, some process, say for example, you want MM, HR, SD, sales and distribution, then finance. Okay. If you select HR, and within HR, you will have multiple sub processes which you can still select. And within that sub processes, you will have questionnaires. Do you want to maintain the number edges internally? Yes or no? You will select something. So it will be templatized basically. Okay.
Yeah.
That is the advantage of going with public cloud, and that is why predominantly public cloud implementations are very short in timeline. There is not much that you can do. You just take the system, prepare the scoping, you ask the questionnaires, you get the answers, you understand the scope, you scope those very quickly. Then whatever customization is possible, you do it from your end and proceed with the solution walkthrough and UAT. So it's very simple for anyone to do a public cloud implementation for that matter. Okay, that is why all these capabilities comes as part of cloud. It's all there, everything is there. So there is no separate concept that is required, like best practice activation. Nothing is required, everything is already there set up. Project teams can be quickly onboarded because it's all pre-configured, it's all straightforward. You can onboard the project teams very quickly and they can start doing the task very quickly. Manage implementation tasks automatically generated, adapted to customer scope. So basically, these are all advantages of going with cloud. You can read through this, and if you have any doubts, we can probably discuss it later.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, this is again not so important. Okay, this is what I was talking about scoping. Okay, this is how it will be. So if you get access to this implementation portal, which is a separate tool,
Mm-hmm.
it is something again. So you were having solution manager now. Solution manager, what does it do? You have a project plan. You can assign resources. You can monitor the progress. Everything can be done in a cloud implementation portal. And this cloud implementation portal will be linked to your SAP S4HANA cloud instance. So whatever you complete there, you can also publish your status in the cloud implementation portal. And this portal will be used by everyone in the team to understand the progress of the project, what is done, what is not done. Okay, it is very quick to set up. That is what they're from invitation to progress monitoring in 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That is what they're trying to say with respect to cloud implementation portal. And then you have accelerators. Accelerators, like I showed you in the roadmap, where the things were there.
Yeah. Yes.
So those accelerators, what is available in what format it is there, it is all listed down here for you to understand. You can check these in the roadmap viewer. Okay, project plan. Very important things is whatever we discuss. Project plan. This is one.
Mm.
Okay. Number two is project charter. Number three is quick off template. Number four is quality gate checklist. Number 5, backlog. Number 6, project status report, open issues, issue logger, CR logger, phase closure report, then lessons learned document, cutover strategy, cutover plan.
Okay.
So, are you able to relate to everything, every term that I am talking about, or is there anything you don't understand?
No, I can. I'm
Okay,
familiar
done.
with these words.
Okay, this is fine. You see, project plan is available in the roadmap viewer in 3 different versions. So I was referring to project Microsoft project now. So I can extract it as a MS project document itself and directly start working on that. Type 2 as an Excel, which is this project. MS projects will be like this. The screen will be like this. Okay, this is what I don't have that tool right now. This is how it will be. Is
Mm-hmm.
for a sample project. This is L1. Okay, discover phase L2, strategic planning L3. This becomes a work package. These are all work items.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is taking 60 days. This is taking 50 days. They have set up dependencies. We discussed about dependencies, no?
Mm, yeah.
So for fifth activity, what is the dependency? Number 4. Create a innovation strategy and high level roadmap.
Oh.
Without me doing this, I
Mm-hmm.
cannot start the activity of 5, 6, and 7 because this is my predecessor. 4, 4, 4.
Okay.
Okay, and this is exactly what that predecessor and dependencies mean.
Mm-hmm.
Then project quality gate template, quality gate that checklist this is available in that this thing roadmap viewer. You can check that out. See, transition to S4HANA, there is some accelerator. Again, implementation roadmap. How do you approach a system conversion? How do you approach an implementation? How do you approach a selective data transition? So there is some document that is available as accelerator in the roadmap viewer. They are saying it is regularly updated and contains a lot of detailed information. Agile approach. Again, whatever that you see on the screen, this is all basically whatever accelerators, whatever the ready-made content is available in the roadmap viewer only. That is only listed here. So this is for you to understand. However, if you want to check those entire documents and accelerators, you can route it to roadmap viewer and download them. You see agile projects, whatever we discussed, Scrum Master, implementation team, business owner, SAP roles and responsibilities, core project roles, board of architects, then
Mm-hmm.
customer role, what do we do, what as a customer they should do, and how are we going to handle the project in an agile manner. So these 3 things are basically given so that you can set the roles and responsibilities of the entire team, entire project team. It's a ready-made document. Whatever it is applicable for you, you can take content from this and prepare your own document. And then the user story backlog template. I showed you the user story backlog, or did I not?
User stories
Backlog template.
backlog. No.
Okay, this is how it will be. This is how backlog will be. Anyway, I'll show you as a template. This is not very similar to what we actually use. I'll
Mhm.
show you that will be very easy for you to understand. See roadmap, backlog, these things, cut over strategy. All these you need not worry. I will show you from my the templates that I hold with me. Cutover plan, consumption, accelerator. Okay, everything is accelerators only basically. Consumption, project plan. How to download that project plan is listed here. This year, Abha, right? Did you try or you got a chance or you still have to?
No, I still have to. I'm not getting time
Okay,
because of work and home,
okay,
everything.
okay. Okay, so for each uh, thing, they would have given this artifacts also. Okay, artifacts are basically whatever the documents. Artifacts is basically whatever is the output of your activity. Okay,
Okay.
now whenever you see this kind of thing, it's a document, I believe. Let's check this out. These are all documents. So each thing, what is the documentation that is expected? So in a prepare phase, project management strategy,
Mm-hmm.
project charter, project management plan. These are all different things that is expected in a prepare phase. And within project management plan, what are all the different things that needs to be available? So there should be definition of ready and done. There should be scrum role and responsibilities. So that will be listed here. Every now and often, when you see, everything will be listed. So as we move further, maybe you will know. Uh, this will take some time for you to understand, but whenever you get some time, right after me sharing this document to you,
Mm-hmm.
you can go through these things at your ease. All these are basically documents that we will discuss, and the contents that has to be applicable within the documents. This is as standard whatever SAP is prescribing. This need not be the exact case in our actual scenario. In our
Mm-hmm.
actual scenario, we will just adopt to whatever is required for our project.
Okay.
Say, for example, whatever in project management plan, these guys are saying to include Scrum techniques. How do we follow? How does our Scrum team work? How many Scrum teams are there? User stories, how it is allocated. All these guys will ask us to put. If in actual we are not taking the approach of a Scrum and we are not taking the approach of a user story, there's no necessity for us to put those content, right? So it completely depends on how you are planning to execute your project. You will have to add your contents to your deliverables that you will prepare.
Okay.
Okay, again, discover. These are all inputs, and based on this, you will prepare the project management strategy. Again, in an prepare phase, what are all the things? So, what is the input? How this will affect the other documents, other deliverables that you will prepare, and finally, where does it go? So these things maybe you can at your leisure check these things out. Everything is basically the same, uh, but it's just different documents. How does approach? How many different documents are there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we have concluded on the project management work stream. We will maybe get into the details of few things. I will just try to open few documents for you. Okay, so far in project management work stream, is there anything that we need to revisit? Or I would say, let me also open the syllabus. So for prepare, we actually already checked out all these documents. Okay, for prepare phase, I
Yeah.
think we had separate. So these things we came across already. Now in explore phase, I'll try to maybe show you two or three documents that will probably help you. For a moment, let me stop sharing and pick up the document. Actually unable to access that this laptop. Okay, maybe I'll maybe showcase you on Wednesday because I'm not able to access this from my laptop. Okay, I'll have to put it into the drive and maybe access it. Right.
Oh,
Until then, maybe we'll continue with the design and configuration work stream. So, do you see my screen?
yes.
Okay. So, design and configuration work stream is basically more focused in two phases. Okay. Can you tell me what those two phases are?
Design, explore,
Correct.
and I think uh, realize.
Configuration is realize.
Okay, so prepare and explore then.
No, no, no. No, you were right already. So design is explore.
Mm-hmm.
Design meaning you're conducting FTS, FTG workshops, preparing requirements, collecting requirements, and preparing solutions. This happens as part of your design phase, which is basically your explore phase.
Yeah.
Then configuration is you're configuring the system, doing your testing and all those stuff, which is your, I mean, not
It's
testing. This only is about configuring whatever the requirements are in the system, SAP system. So these two is predominantly involved in two phases, which is explore and realize.
realize. Yeah.
Okay. How does a business process, how is a business process basically designed? Is that it will be designed like this. It has a start, it has a end. If we are having any decisions, we will put it under. Have you ever come across a success factor business process flow diagram?
No.
Okay. So whenever you get that implementation documents,
Mm-hmm.
okay, uh, three very, I mean, you get the entire folder if that is possible. Otherwise, if they ask you what is the needed documents for you to check out, you just get scope statement or project charter, whatever is applicable for you. Okay, SOW or scope statement. That is number one. Number two is you get solution design documents completely. Then inventory, which is rise of inventory document, rise of catalog. Then you get, I mean, success factors. You don't have rise of, right? But if it is S4 HANA involved project, you get rise of count. Uh, okay. Then you ask for functional specifications. Then you ask for data, I mean, testing strategy, training strategy, if there is something. Then data migration strategy, these three strategies you ask. Then cutover strategy. 5, 6 documents, if you have to name them, you name these documents only and get these. So when you go into those documents, at least you will be able to relate to something that we have discussed so far. Okay, in solution design document of your HR, if you see, how that will be designed is that it will be designed like this as an end-to-end process. So when you take a hire to retire process,
Mm-hmm.
here comes hiring. Whether here, say for example, hiring start hiring initiation, then uh, publish in I mean source internally, sourcing method maybe one section. Are you going to source internally? Are you going to source externally? So if it is internal, through which portal? So raise a request in this thing. So the process flow you would have already seen, right? For any things, for any process that you have built. Have you ever built a flow chart for any project management stuff also?
Yes, back in India.
Yeah, so it's the same basically. You're similar to how we prepare a flow chart, like how a business process. I mean, how do we manage So once an incident is created, then it goes to the help desk. From the help
Yeah.
desk, they will segregate A, B, C, P1, P2, P3, P4. If it is P1, it goes to this person. We prepare a process flow chart. No, similar to that, our team will prepare, a consultant team will prepare a process flow chart for the
Mm-hmm.
end-to-end business process pertaining to that particular business area. Business area meaning, if it is HR, within HR, if it is hiring, within
Mm-hmm.
hiring, if it is national, same nationality hiring, foreign national hiring, how does it happen? They'll have an end-to-end process flow. Same nationality hiring, how does it happen? End-to-end process flow. Because when it comes to foreign nation hiring, there will be visa initiation, visa stuff, sponsoring. So there will be a lot of other things involved, no? So the
Yeah.
process flow will differ. So they will have an end-to-end process, end-to-end document that will be prepared for each of the business area and business sub processes within that area. And this is how it will be built. So that is what they are trying to say. And I think I showed you, no, this best practice explorer. There was one sample flow that was already there, standard. Do you
Yeah.
remember that?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So that is how it will usually be. So if you check this out, it says end-to-end process. Say for example, order to cash.
Mm-hmm.
End-to-end process meaning it is spanned across the company. Order to cash is a sale, right? Right from you put a sale order until you get cash or payment from your customer. That is the order to cash. Like how you have hire to retire. Hire to retire is for HR process. Order to
Mm-hmm.
cash is for sales process, basically. Okay.
Okay.
This forms your end-to-end processes. Then you have modular processes. Within order to cash, how does sale order within, if it is a normal sale within our country, if it is a sale outside of the country, how do we
Mm-hmm.
deal with it? So these are all individual line of business process area. As I also told you, how do we approach and hiring within the same nationality with different nationalities? These are all different things. Here they have given an example of accounts receivable
Okay.
from finance. You are aware of accounts receivable?
Yeah. Like.
Yeah. So accounts receivable is basically from finance when your customer is supposed to give you something as to a company. Payable is in opposite when you are supposed to pay
Maybe I
someone
get.
to something to a vendor. Okay, libraries are basically within that. What are all the different things? So you will have individual process steps within that.
Mm-hmm.
If you go for hiring, a library can be uh, initiating a job request. That can be a library. That can be a process step. So all these individual process steps only will form a process flow. So that is
Okay.
what they are referring to as a library here. So what are all the capabilities that is required for all the processes? Okay, and then this we already looked into how it will be structured, modular processes. So now we are digging deep into the process flow. Okay, this is what happens in a explore phase. Anyway, if you remember the GSA report, whatever you built during your prepare phase will already be there as
Okay.
L4, L4, L1, L2, L3,
Also.
L1, L2, L3 will be part of your contract itself. The
Yeah.
L4 will be built during your prepare phase. From L4, you must prepare L5 and L6 during your explore phase.
Low phase. Okay.
Okay, it
Mm.
is just that you understand on a very high level perspective. You already understood on L3 level business processes during your contract. You are digging deep. Will you hire same nationality only, or do you hire contractors, or is there no concept of the contractors? Even if it is contractors, do you hire same national, outside national? So what are the different kinds of processes? L4, which is L4, you will do it in your prepare phase. And within L4, say for example, if it is same nationality, I was referring to two cases, no? Within same nationality, you are hiring contractors, you are hiring temporary workers, you are hiring third party agencies to complete your work for quite some time with a contract, employment contract. So all these are different scenarios that comes as part of L5, which you must understand during your explore phase. You got the picture now? You got the idea?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Now this is a modular process, and this is how your GSI report will be. And in the GSI report that I showed you, we had until L4, and we
Mm.
will still be preparing L5 and L6 or until L7 also, depending on the level of complexities or scope that is in the project. Similar to this.
Okay.
Okay. Then this is a sample process flow they have given here. This is exactly how it will be in a solution design document. I'll show you. Maybe when I show you those templates, I'll show you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, better that we have taken this now because you will be able to relate it when I show the templates. See, this is sales and distribution process. Okay, on a very high level, if we have to say, we just understand this process. Whenever we are going about discussing anything later, we will only refer to this process. Okay. Now, I'll spend some time, maybe 10 minutes on this process so that we can refer to this process to discuss anything later during this work stream. Pre-sales processing. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Pre-sales processing meaning you refer to the sales cycle that I told you. What is pre-sales?
Pre-sales, like the sales team when how to say, like when we start any project, we like we identify our customer.
Okay. To put it in different words, it is pre-sales is anything that happens before your contract signing with the customer.
Okay.
Okay, anything that happens for that matter. Though pre-sales is a team that involves with the sales team to help them win the contract. That's all.
Mhm.
Is pre-sales. Okay.
Okay,
Then yeah.
Sunil, can you please give me 5 minutes? I'm getting call from my manager.
Ah, no problem.
Sure, thank you. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, Amrita. Can you hear
Well,
me
I'm
now?
so sorry. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, all right, no problem. Are we good? Are we good to
Yes,
continue?
yes, we are good. We can continue.
Okay, so we were talking about this pre-sales, right? So
Mm-hmm.
after pre-sales, what happens basically is that this happens outside. Okay, there are separate tools. This does not. There is no, let's say, tool, or there is no process that is supported in SAP S4 HANA directly. This pre-sales, it's a separate product. It is called a C4C or C4X.
Mm-hmm.
So what SAP gives is that in O to C, from here until this is what SAP will give as part of S4 HANA. This pre-sales is part of a separate cloud solution. Okay, for your understanding, that is called as C4C, Cloud 4C.
Okay.
So sales enquiry and quotation. Sales enquiry is anything someone asks you or inquire about a product. You put a sales inquiry and record that against that customer. You put those customer details. Customer
Mm-hmm.
meaning contact. Initially, it's a prospect. So you put that prospect details, include the contact details. You record in the system which product they are inquiring for, and if they ask for a quotation, you prepare the quotations from the system and deliver the quotations to them. And if the sale order, or let's say if they're going about they're going about buying that product, you prepare a sale order. Whatever that happens before that is sale order processing. Okay, after quotation, you go for a sale order approval, sorry, sale quotation approval, and after
Mm-hmm.
approval, so all those things are processing basically. You create a sale order, and sale order again that has, you need to have the availability. So once you put a sale order, that goes for an approval, or when you put a sale order itself, the product should be available in your inventory, else you will not be able to sell. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So you check the inventory, that is called availability check. Then you go about processing that sale order. Processing that sale order meaning you take care of the approval, you prepare how that has to be delivered, what how I mean you communicate to other departments. Say, for example, if you have to come, anyway, it will be communicated through the inventory module. Here, we are only talking about uh, sales and distribution. However, right after you put a sale order, you create a delivery, it will be communicated to the warehouse team, which is basically outbound shipment. This warehouse team will do. Okay.
Yeah.
Once after sale order is created, you create a delivery in the system. They call it outbound delivery.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This within the sale order itself, you determine the price also. How much you're going to bill, what is the cost of the item. Then after delivery, uh, for delivery also you'll anyway do the pricing. How much the COD, or I mean whether it is what is the freight cost? You're aware of freight cost, or
Freight
freight
cost.
cost meaning delivery cost
Okay.
in simpler terms. So
Okay.
delivery cost, what is the delivery cost? All those pricing will be calculated in the system for the delivery also. So you'll
Mm-hmm.
have to process the delivery. Once the delivery will be processed from the inventory to the delivery address by the outbound warehouse team, outbound shipment processing. And once that is done, it is received. You do the billing, or it can happen both the ways. So right after the sale order is done, you do billing, and delivery will happen parallelly in few business cases. Okay,
Okay.
say for, I would say an example is in online, this is the case. Right after you order something, you're paying, no? The bill is generated, invoice is generated already.
Yeah.
And then only outbound shipping, I mean, the delivery will happen, and they'll say shipment is, courier, you will receive the courier. This is this case, in case of e-commerce. In other cases, you order something from e-commerce, and let's say, not e-commerce, I would say. That is not the right example. I can probably say um, anything that gets invoiced only after you deliver and sign it. You get the delivery and then you sign, and you people give you the invoice.
Mm-hmm.
Say, for example, So, for example, you are ordering some service where someone has to come and install a tap and then do something, install a faucet and then get the things done, and then you have to pay them. Then that's a sale. You ordering a tap is a sale. Then coming delivering that and installing that tap in your home, and then they giving a bill to you after they deliver and install for the delivery for the installation service as well as the tap. Then you give the payment. You got the idea, right? Then in that case, what happens? You are doing the billing after the delivery of the service or the product.
Okay.
So both the cases are possible. So this is a very straightforward sales scenario, vanilla sales scenario,
Mm-hmm.
sales and distribution scenario. So if you understand this part, maybe going forward, only four components are there. Now, if you have to relate to whatever we discussed, okay, in a sales, what can be sales and distribution is module, that is L1. What is L2? Sale order processing is L2. Within L2, what is L3? When you do sales, one part maybe in this example itself, sales within country, sales outside of the country. This is a type of sale. Sales through third party agent, sale through e-commerce platform. These are all different L3s, or I would say L4s. And within L4s, through e-commerce, through guest login, through member login, through non-member login. So these are all different processes. This is L5. So you're able to relate, right? When it comes to sales, how does L1, L2, L3, L4, L5 gets framed? What is the end-to-end process, high-level vanilla process for a sales? So this is a high-level process. However, within this itself, we might have too many sub processes that we have to discuss with the customer and prepare solution design documents for.
Okay.
Okay, basically they have just explained everything here, whatever we spoke about. Um, okay, I was referring to T codes, no?
Yeah.
All these are T codes. Create inquiry is a T code. Okay, create sale order is a T code, VA01. Inquiry, I think inquiry VK11, I think. VK11 or VA21, I'm not really sure. I don't remember exactly.
Mm-hmm.
This is VA01. Outbound delivery is I think VL01N. Outbound delivery, that is. PJ is MIGO. This one is VF01, create invoice. Collect payment is something else. So this is all T codes. So these are all different components which is involved within that process. Then we just looked at the high level process of SD, right? Solution, sales and distribution. There is sub processes within this. So when we talk about sales and distribution, what are all the sub processes? It is all listed here.
Okay.
Okay. Do you remember I told you to just type SAP SD tutorials point so that URL is this basically. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
any module that you want to understand, you just type that module and put tutorials point. You will just get very high level information, but very crisp information that you need to understand on a very high level about that module
Oh,
in this website.
okay.
Okay, then this is basically a goal. Okay, how do you design? What is the purpose of your design? When it comes to order and cash contract management, you need to maximize the sales value. Okay, it's basically you have to drive your sales, right? That's the very purpose you implement a SAP system, or for that matter any ERP system. When it comes to inventory, what is your goal? You need to optimize your goods movement, and you need to keep your inventory low so that your inventory costs are less, and you need not deploy 10 or 15 employees. Instead, you ask the system to automate, you place things properly, and whatever the strategies that you have set up, the system should tell you this product is available in this area. You go pick that up and come. So the system should be capable of telling you to that level to manage your operations efficiently in the warehouse. This is the purpose of inventory management. Then receivables management, you need to integrate. So when, as and when you receive payments, it should be tagged against order. No, against this order, you receive a payment. Correct. So you need to manage your account receivables completely across your organization so that you can get proper payments from entire customers. So you need not invest. So there is no point in you investing, buying the product, giving that to customer and not getting a payment. No, it's of no use. Basically, you don't get revenue out of that. It's like you're investing, you're putting down your money, and you're not getting anything in return. So you need to manage your receivables efficiently. So your design should take care of all these factors when it comes to individual modules and sub processes within that modules. This is just an example. Within receive, I mean, this is FI. Within FI, we are talking about receivables. And similarly, you have different things in FI also: receivables management, then payables management, then asset accounting, then accounting things, and then closing, month-end closing. So these are all different sub processes within FI that you need to manage and accomplish the objectives such that the required value can be given to the business. The reason why this is all kept here is basically to make you understand all your design should make sure that the value and objectives and the benefits that is intended to be achieved should be achieved. Then you can check this out. Maybe this is just a very detailed explanation, or whatever the I would say functionalities that is available as part of system for a order to cash process flow. Okay, sales inquiry, quotation, contract. We need not get into these details because this is too exhaustive. Okay, I was talking about different L1, L2, L3, L4, right? It is just this. That's all. How do you sell from your stock? How do you manage free cost of goods? With collective billing, how do you manage with down payment? How do you do third party sales? So these are all different scenarios that you can talk about within that processes. Okay, this you can check this out later. If I get into this, you will probably, it will be too much for you to take. Again, the same. When it comes to your explore phase, we are talking about user story mapping, epic, theme, product backlog item. It's all the same. Whatever we discussed in the other work stream, it's all the same. You're aware of basically all these concepts, no? User story, epic, theme.
Theme is a group of user stories that share a common attribute, and for convenience, they are grouped together. Okay.
Theme is the first level, then epic is the second, and user story is the third level.
Okay, first level, second level, third level, as in?
No, theme.
First,
Okay. First is actually a theme. Okay. The theme maybe in our case SD module. Epic is sale order processing.
Okay.
User stories is within sale order, sales within third party, sales within country, sales outside country are different user stories. Okay. So sale order processing is one, and all these are interrelated. A theme is just a group of user stories. Okay. When we talk about theme, what are we referring to? Sale order within country, outside country, and using third party. Are all these related to sales? It is, right? The concept, the change is that you're doing sales in 3 different types: within country, outside country, third party. But the crux is the same. So do you get it?
Yeah.
So theme is a larger portion. If you have to break it down, it can be an epic, and within the epic, you will have multiple user stories. So that's why I said this can be L1, a larger portion of WBS, L2, minimal chunks within a team, and L3, which are user stories. That's all.
Okay.
Okay, then you have, as usual, product backlog item. Okay, I think we're already past 96.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we are stopping at 132. We'll continue it from there, and maybe let's catch up on Wednesday. Okay, I'll try to get the templates also by that time, and we can also try to see at least 4 or 5 templates and try to get into a few more pages of this work stream by then
Yeah.
on
Sure.
Wednesday.